Greetings everyone, Agion here with another Dawn of War 3 replay. So on the north side, as the Tyranids, we have oLev. What type of Ravenger Alpha? Currently burning way to down here. So on the south side, as the appears to be the tech marine, we have Sofia. Sofia. Marine has captured this requisition point, now being supported by an attack marine squad. We do got some scouts over here. 2 Homergaunts. By the way, I know Tyranids the least because it's the faction that just can't really stand playing. Here, as the announcer. It's not. It's hard to. I would say, oh, freeze. Using getting some lag. I'm not exactly sure. It's the Tyranids is the faction I least know of because it's hard for me to play and not get like mind-numbingly scratching. You're scratching like a announcer. And also, based on the multiplayer, I think the Tyranids may be the most powerful of all the factions, but nobody probably really wants to play them because they're probably that announcer is so bad. In fact, if they were just to mod it so you could have ability to change the announcer to some generic voice from another faction, it would probably 100 times better to play the faction because if I have made it clear, I really hate that announcer. We have some spore mines out. We do have another Devastator Marine squad coming on in. Vying for some anti-melee units. Spore mines have been spotted. And does get some damage there, not a whole lot. And
issuing new weapon loadouts.
Oh, actually running towards him right there. And does only get some minor splash and not a whole lot of damage.
Adding support structure.
Devastators are here and available. Whenever I look at those spore mines, they never seem like they're worth the cost. Got a Ravenger brood coming on in.
Support structure complete. Adding power generator.
Ravenger Alpha sustained quite a bit of damage there. Homergaunts and the Ravenger Alpha is engaging the Tech Marine, or Ravenger Alpha, I should say. Our generator has been spotted. It would take him quite some time in order to destroy them with gunfire, or bolter fire. Bolters are technically miniature rockets, either way. And it looks like he has utilized some sort of ability to increase his damage. We do have shotguns now available for the Space Marine player. That power plane's almost down. He just needs a little bit more damage. Where is the Devastator? Devastator is in a very defensive position, just trying to keep that power generator protected, even though there's nothing gauging it. And that power plant, I probably would have continuously to fire on it because he's so low in health, and there it goes.
The artificer adding power generator.
This Devastator squad, to me, seems like it's in a bit of a wasteful position. He could potentially play this garrison if he wants a good defensive position, but I really don't like seeing this Devastator being so passive, or in this case, just straight up defensive.
Generator operational.
Marine is here, as well as the tactical Marines. Ravengers are here. And looks like the tactical Marine squad is getting hit quite a bit. Tech Marine is sustained quite a bit of damage. Light cover is always welcome. One of the Ravengers do in fact go down. Tech Marine is super wounded. And the scouts are infiltrating on forward. They're not at full health, but a surprise attack doesn't really rely on their own health. I saw the Ravenger Alpha moving somewhere. Here's the Ravenger Alpha.
Enemy contact.
Oh, that's Ravenger Brood. Oh, it looks like he teleported all of his units over there.
enemy
Or,
is
nope, he has just
destroying
another
a key
squad of
structure.
Ravengers. 2 squads of Ravengers, 2 squads of Pomegrantes versus a Attack Marine Scout Squad and another Devastator. Hopefully that one will be a bit more aggressive. I'm not even counting that Devastator in the composition right now because this one is just simply doing nothing.
Press on to victory, Space Marines.
Go ahead.
Scouts going in for some infiltration. He gets spotted, throws out a frag grenade, and it hurts himself quite significantly. All the models are still alive, though he drops one there. Drops another one. This squad is in peril. Though he will manage to escape out from the rest of his models. Attack Marines are seeing quite a bit of damage. We do have a landmine there. Though it may have been already detonated or it's revealed. I don't see a camouflage, so I'm not sure if he actually notices it or what. These Homework Gallants are capturing up the entirety of the right side of the map, so overall great map pressure for the Tyranid player. And we got another Devastator. What is this? This Devastator has repositioned. Devastator over here, is he drawing battle lines? He's just trying to turn this into trench warfare? There's so many Devastators. Attack Marines need to fall back. This Devastator squad will go ahead and suppress the Ravenger Alpha. Nearby retarget towards the Homorgons and does suppress them. But the Ravengers are going to burrow in and pop up underneath the Devastator. I think he's trying out a strategy with Devastators, but oh, that landmine kills one of his own Devastators, and those cost energy to reinforce.
Station has reached one of our strategic points.
This point is not actually being captured. More and more mines being laid down by the Detective Marine. Doing some sort of weird play with a nice Ravenger pop, tying the Devastator now up in melee. The Detective Marine needs to fall back now, decapture point. There's still multiple mines around there, and does get hit by a mine. So he's putting mines down as flanking paths, which is a good idea. So he's trying to do some sort of strategy involving Devastators and mines. So far has not been successful. That unit's now tied up in melee, but there's another Devastator up here. This one needs to fall back. Now the Scout's coming up and will ambush these Homorgons. It's unlikely he'll get a squad wipe. Ravenger Alpha here, super winner, throws out a frag. Doesn't get any models. Ravenger Alpha could go down 6 health. One more bullet is all that's needed. Got a Ravenger Brood over here.
Research underway.
We got a Zone Nathrope. That's the floating specialist unit. Remember that? So that's these. Do those tunnels cost any resources?
Points remaining.
Not those are like the webways, but that's even better because it costs nothing. Tactical Marine Squad may go down. Doesn't go down. That's actually an important squad to keep because he has so many Devastators. He needs something on the front line. Tier 2 being researched. Tier 2 is already available for the Tyranid player. This point has been shown. Can easily be cleaned up by shotguns. Shotguns shooting dirt. Sounds like a very American way to deal with the Vietnam traps.
Scouts under attack.
This Devastator only has one model, not electing to reinforce it because it only needs one model for suppression capability. But it's easy to lose at that point.
Additional units have become available, Commander.
Scouts going in for a nice flank, spots the specialist unit. Devastator's is covering the frontline Devastator. The Devastator is falling back nice and early, has plenty of health. Attack Marines are forced to fall back. Still, Devastator's here for protection. Scouts are not retreating, they're just doing a soft retreat, but perhaps and trying to bring into the line of fire of the Devastator. May lose that scout squad, but no, the Devastator suppression will come through. Yourself, machine gun spam in Dawn of War 2 appears to be not effective.
Space Marines on the field. The chapter holds and we
Apparently it looks like the Tech Marine wins in melee versus the Ravenger Alpha. That would have been the other way around. Devastator capturing up this point over here. Attack Marines forced back once again. Devastator's just not providing enough mobility. We got the Homergons finding a nice flanking route. Those retreat back nice and early though. And we do have a Dreadnought. Now he has a front line. Ooh. Scouts super wounded. Devastator suppressing the squad. This Devastator will somewhat hit the Homergons. And now the Dreadnought's going straight for the Xenothrope, but looks like he's unlikely to get any hits off. Tickets are heavily in favor of the Tyranid player, thanks to his mobility. We've got a squad of Rippers and a Venom Brood units being researched in 18 probably by 18 for vehicle purposes. Marine super wounded is laying down mines while under fire. Here's scouts. Scouts pushing back a Homergon. Devastator is holding down to one model, needs to fall back. Has a bit of energy requisition for reinforcements, so that's not a big problem. Ripper squad moving forward. Rippers, can they get suppressed? I guess not. But they don't really do a whole lot of damage. I have a capillary tower over here. We got the Dreadnought being upgraded with the assault cannon. Scouts trying to repair the unit in combat. Oh, what's it called? Devastator's over here. Actually, one over here needs to retarget towards the other direction. And something got called in there? Oh, another tower.
Installing refractor field.
There's 3 of those towers. One of them is being blown up now. Devastator squad here, super wounded, is engaging the Venom Brood, or no, that's the Ravenger Alpha being upgraded. Has been upgraded. Devastator here receiving quite a bit of damage. 2 of his models are, looks like he's trying to go for this building, but that may not pan out all too great. Both Ravengers are in this area. Does have good amounts of defense, a good defensive posture. Tech Marine does have access to the refractor field.
The Tyranid swarm is overwhelming a victory point.
Over here, looks like the Homergons are capturing the flanks. Their life expectancy has greatly gone down, so he's using them in order to capture the flanks.
Our Tech Marine has reached level 3.
Power generators are being hit. The refractor field is being used. Using all this energy. It's still pretty far away from actually going down, so he does fall back nice and early. Still hasn't actually taken a single point of health damage. Now he has. Scout side, go ahead and camouflage. And using the Tech Marine to capture. Does get spotted by observation unit somewhere. And now we got a big retreat over here. Tier 3 is being researched by the Tyranid player. and his opponent's going for another Dreadnought. It looks like one of the Devastators had gone down in one of those engagements, which is problematic because that's a valuable squad to have go down. What will the player build?
Fight on and drive the enemy.
Artifacts? Probably.
Our fortifications are under assault.
Devastator decided to go ahead and garrison inside the structure, but getting outranged by the specialist unit. Looks like that Dreadnought may have been cancelled.
Support
Oh, a good idea.
complete.
Another Devastator could potentially go down. Ravenger is popping up underneath the attack marines. 2 Hormagaunts are here. They do have an upgrade. The upgrade is adrenal glands. You can sort of see that little thing on the back. And attack marines could potentially get wiped here because the Hormagaunts are pretty fast. Ripper's tying up a unit in melee. We've got the attack marine going on in, trying to tie up the venom group in melee as well. Scout's getting way overwhelmed. He needs to follow that squad back. He uses assault cannon, but honestly, I think he should have done it all on these guys. Good explosion there, probably from a landmine or perhaps a frag. And Devastator here is suppressing these units. Assault cannon should be approaching off cooldown, and a good volley here could do some good damage. What's our resources looking like for... is the Tyranny player going for something a little bit bigger? What does he plan to build? He has 200 energy, which is enough for some good items.
The enemy is outmaneuvering us.
The Carnifex, yeah, he's going for the Carnifex. He should be down to 0 energy now.
Power generator.
No, doesn't take that much energy.
Refresh and fuel recharging.
Tickets are counting in favor for the Space Marine player. Devastator getting chased on down. We could see a sort of pushback by the scouts here.
One of our generators is under attack.
Not seeing the power generator. There's a Xenothrope. I don't think the scouts can kill it off quick enough, but he could force it back. Not saved quite a bit of damage. One of the generators have in fact gone down. The Xenothrope actually entirely went down. It looks like a frag grenade.
Understood.
Nice little pick there. But he loses the Dreadnought in return, and quite foolishly as well. A venerable Dreadnought has been called on in. Marine does stop the capture, is trying to capture in middle combat as well. Your attack marines get hit by the Ravenger Alpha.
Another Xeno's horror kill. Enemy contact.
Marines here. Most of these garrisons are not very good. Only good for a machine gun troop or a sniper, because there's only one window is able to fire on that Alpha. Engaging melee may not be super great. I think the Ravenger Alpha would prefer that engagement. But he's going to go straight for the... gets in the garrison himself. And he can make use of one window because he's only one entity.
Issuing new weapon loadouts.
Dark Age of technology is being researched by the Dreadnought. I'm not exactly sure what that does. Improves health by 300 and improves the inspiration abilities received made by kills. does. And now reduces damage. It makes him much more resilient. So it's a very resilient unit now. But he's getting way outgunned. Card effects is going to rip it apart. We repaired up in the middle combat. We do have the Ravengers now pushing forward, right on top of the las gun unit. Still being repaired up. Scouts trying to aid in being repaired. And now the Ravenger Alpha is in the building. It has an anti-vehicle weapon. Looks like it's hitting the scouts instead. Flamethrower is burning the Ravenger Alpha. Tech Marine's drawing so much fire. Tech Marine not really accomplishing all too much. Tech Marine needs to fall back. It's definitely as overextended. Ripper's tying the Dreadnought up in melee, but won't accomplish all too much, and it actually provides quite a bit of orb buffs because it's killing models. Las Gun is engaging, doing a significant amount of damage to the heavier units. It's able to hit these heavier units better than it hits those light units. And oh, the Carnifex! No, that wasn't the Carnifex.
We shall make it so.
I actually went down there. Did he have two Carnifex? There's another Carnifex on the build queue.
Tyrannid swarm is overwhelming a victory point. Are we to accept defeat?
Maybe that was just a regular landmine. I'm not sure.
Ready to serve, brother.
Multiple anti-vehicle weapons are here. The Carnifex is engaging. He's sprinting on in. Does knock down those units. The Dreadnought is engaging the Carnifex in melee. This unit is getting constant knockback. The Dreadnought is still being repaired.
Our Tech Marine has gained a level.
It looks like the Carnifex may go down, but the Dreadnought's severely wounded. Nothing's here to support. Looks like they went a bit feral there. Range synapse. And the Carnifex goes down, not the Dreadnought. And there goes the Warrior Brood. And the Dreadnought's still alive, 32 health, and there goes another squad. Ooh. There is another Carnifex.
Understood.
Carnifex.
The Tyrannid swarm is
Rock Pod was called down here. The Space Marine player doesn't have a whole lot with himself. These two Attack Marine squad, because this pod did drop Attack Marine squad, a Scout and a Dreadnought. His opponent still has a Carnifex, a Ravenger Brood, and a Homergon, and a squad of Rippers. And this Carnifex here is still very problematic for the Dreadnought. Has regained some health, may withstand one shot from the Carnifex, but that's about it. So tying up the Scouts in melee, Ravenger Alpha just going for the VP.
rearming.
Resource-wise,
Drive the enemy back.
the Tyrannid player, I think, could get another Carnifex. The Space Marine player has pretty much nothing left. Yes, we do see another Carnifex out on the build queue. First, ripping apart the drop pod. Gotta get that iron for a nice healthy diet. So the Rippers are getting hit by the Space Marines. Frag is thrown. Frag will connect. And the Scouts will go ahead and escape on out. Looks like we've got a rocket launcher upgrade on this Attack Marine squad. He needs to get this Dreadnought repairs. It's way too low on health for me to be comfortable with. Carnifex has been spotted here. Does get hit by a rocket launcher. Hormigons are trying to tie up the unit in melee, but there's another rocket launcher unit here. There's two rocket launchers, and now the Carnifex is hitting the Venerable Dreadnought. 2 health. Gonna fall back. Is it invulnerable in this state? And it goes down, so I guess it was not invulnerable. I think that was actually a retreating squad that killed it. But there goes the Venerable Dreadnought. The Space Marine player does not have a whole lot left. Now he's fighting against 2 Carnifex. Let's bring up a Tarantula Sentry Gun. May need to upgrade it to a missile launcher.
Moving to cover.
He does have 2 missile launcher units, and that is an AoE weapon. That is going to do some serious damage. 4 mines get spawned on out because this ability also grants access to Spore Assist, which spawns 4 mines around the Carnifex. Multiple rocket launcher hits are good. The Spore Mines doing a significant amount of damage. Doesn't get any models though. And both the Space Marine squads are super low in health. They need to fall back and get some health. The Space Marine player only has 1 ticket left. So if the Tyranid player could just get 1 more point for just a moment, he wins. That Tarantula Sentry Gun goes down. The other one is receiving quite a bit of fire. 2 Carnifex will make short work of it, but there's no capturing squads left here. Looks like it's bringing, I think those are some Rippers. Rippers, I think, can capture points. Oh, it's Armagons plus Tamargons. And this appears to be game. What is the capture? And the scouts are having trouble versus the Armagons. Termagons are falling back. No, that's actually the Space Tech Marines falling back. This Carnifex is super wounded. The Termagons should go back and start capturing. This Carnifex should head back home in order to get some health. Does suppress, but 2 more rockets do impact. You got, it looks like an orbital strike coming on in. Does stop the capture, but if these Hormagons decaptures this point, it's game over. Frag grenade, does he have frag grenade? Doesn't have a whole lot of energy. This point gets decaptured, that's game. Decaptured! And that's game.
Acceptance of defeat is an invitation for its repetition.
It's agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.